Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing a pick a card love reading. We're tapping into your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to you and their connection with you. So keep in mind it's a general collective love reading. So, you know, whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't quite resonating, just drop that bit of information and leave it behind for whomever that message might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, you guys, so go check them out. I'm already tapping into your guys' energy. We're gonna your person's energy, I should say. There's a lot of preparation, like your person's in the energy, because I'm talking about their overall energy when it comes to you and their connection with you. There's something about preparation and getting things in order. I'm hearing the word meticulous. There might be a lot of earth placements, specifically Virgo, but you know, Taurus is coming through, and then Capricorn in that order in terms of strength. Doesn't have to be like dominant energies, right? That might be a little bit more on the specific side. So if that's not resonating, again, you know, just drop that piece and leave it behind. But I am channeling through, even when I was pulling your guys' prepaid, your guys' pre-pulled. When I got to your guys' pile, there was just this desire to want to get things organized, to do things a specific certain kind of a way, you know. I'm also hearing fixed energies, so that's Taurus energy coming through with, you know, Earth, but other fixed energies might be also Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio, okay? So, yeah, I'm gonna, and this is the thing, I don't know if this is a mechanism that your person is going through, because I'm wanting to get in preparation, but that's also keeping me from getting the reading going, right? And so I don't know, there might be something with that going on with your person's energy. There feels like there is this desire to want to connect with you, even want to attach to you. But there's this overall energy that your person is in, like they have to get ready, okay? They're not feeling ready. They want to be, right? But there's something here in your person's energy about like not quite being, not feeling ready. They're in preparation mode. Yeah, I might need to ground my energy. Yeah, give me a minute, you guys. Because literally, I'm having a hard time wanting to get into the reading itself because it's just the energy of your person. And I don't know if they're stuck in preparation mode or if that's just me. Let's get going here. Let's see. So pile one's a person. Pile one, you guys were drawn to the clear quartz point here, and that's a double terminated point. So that's energy going both ways, right? I should say there's a lot of energy coming through because, you know, double terminated like that can also be mutable energies. Again, that's Virgo, but other mutable energies is also going to be Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius. So, I mean, there's a lot of energies coming through. All right, the overall energy that your person is in when it comes to you and the connection, we have calling in your soulmate. Interesting. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yeah, I mean, so, you know, this could be talking about your person being like in preparation mode. That, you know, yes, it can be like literal, you know, preparing things around getting their finances in order, getting things in order around the house, stuff like that. It could also be energetically. All right. So with calling in your soulmate, that's an energetic like preparation. Your person may just not feel ready overall, but there is this energy of your person, whether they know that they're doing that or not, like manifesting you in, basically, okay? Or I'm at least manifesting a specific kind of a dynamic with you. We'll see what that is when we actually get into their thoughts and feelings. So we also have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Star in the reverse, and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Okay, yeah, there's something going on with your person, and of course it's leading with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't feel like they're in the place that they need to be in order to like sustain or maintain a connection with you at this time. They want to, but it's like they don't have the proper containment for it, right? Or container, sorry. They don't have the proper container for it. And so they're trying to get themselves ready to hold a certain kind of a dynamic with you, okay? So in other words, to try to put that in as like, you know, like say if they want a commitment with you or they want something more every day with you, it's like they're trying to figure out a way, or they're working on a way so that their life and themselves can actually hold that. So they have it, you know, you see what I'm saying? I hope that's making sense. See, the fact that I'm having a hard time even putting into words what it is this person is trying to do, this is where they're at. It's not confusion as much, you know, where their feelings are concerned with the Seven of Cups here, although it does say inspiration. Yeah, your person is, okay, there is some confusion. They know what they want. They're having a hard time clearing space in order to receive it, okay? Now, again, I don't know that they would put it in those words or if they even really see it like that, but it's kind of the energy that they're in when it comes to you and their connection with you. The Star in the reverse. Is that hope that's lost, or what's going on with... Because I can also talk about not being in the most optimistic of places, right? Tell me more about the Star in the reverse here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. That's a lot of nines coming out here, you guys. A lot of nines. You know, and that might be because 9, you know, is very close. I'm not sure what the number 9 is in numerology. For those of you in pile 1 that know what the number 9 signifies, because we have 3 9s coming out here. 2 9s. I'm sorry, but I am seeing 999. Okay, so 9s are very significant, but that's like ending the near, you know. So that must mean that your person might be getting very close to wrapping up this space of preparing themselves to be the kind of container that they need to be in order to hold the kind of dynamic that they want to have with you. We'll find out what that is here in a second. It feels like serious, though, not in a bad way. Like they're taking you in this connection very seriously, like they're wanting to create space within themselves and within their life in order to include you in it. More of you in it is what they're saying. But, you know, with the Star in the reverse here, with especially being clarified by the 9 of Swords, they're not, I mean, to say that they're not optimistic is severely underestimating, or however you would say that. I mean, it could literally, there could be some fears and some worries, maybe even some panic and anxiety about whether or not they even have the ability to be some kind of a, you know, safe space, or have the kind of container that is needed to have a specific kind of a dynamic with you. Now it says calling in your soulmate, right? We're gonna see, let's talk about their thoughts and their feelings real quick. There's this energy though that your person is in, like they never feel prepared enough. That could, you know, again, that could be self-sabotage happening. Let's go, let's see. Pile one's person. Let's move these off to the side here. We have Aquarius showing up with the star. More of that fixed energy we were talking about earlier. Pile one's person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile one, please. Oh, I just saw something flip over. What happened? Yeah, there's that Nine of Swords energy. I'm scared shitless. All right, we'll find out what's going on, why they're in this energy. They want to talk to you. Okay, I just got a text message. Pile one's person. Let me turn that off before that dings again. Pile one. See what I mean? It's like I keep wanting to shuffle. Pile one's person. Just this energy of wanting, like, yeah, they do want to talk to you. They want to call you. They want to connect with you, but they want to make sure they have the right words to say, that they're in the right space when it get, you know, is that kind of energy. Pile one's person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile one. Can we be friends? Let's see what else we got going on here. We also have sticking to your boundaries equals mad respect for you. Okay. You may have put your foot down, or maybe you have drew some kind of a line in the sand, or it could also just be like, you know, you may have let your person know that there is a specific kind of a dynamic that you're wanting with them specifically, right? And they respect you for that, number one, for honoring yourself, staying true to yourself. Mad respect for you, they're saying. They respect you so much because of that. Let's see what else is going on. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile one, please. Trust issues, and that's coming out right underneath I'm scared shitless. We'll see what's going on here. Am I really your one and only? Wow. There's a lot going on in your person's energy. They know what they want, but they're not so sure. They're just not sure. There's a lot happening within your person's energy, a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, a lot of anxieties. They're feeling pulled in multiple different directions at the moment when it comes to you and their connection with you, pile one. They want to trust you, but they're afraid to open up. So they could have, I'm hearing abandonment issues. I meant what I said, okay. So, you know, at some point, pile one, there may have been, you know, your person may have voiced some kind of, you know, they may have let you know what they wanted. They may have told you, you know, opened up to you to some degree about their feelings and stuff like that. And they want you to know they meant those things, okay? Look at that. And then it says, please talk to me at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you know, if you're not talking to them, and which would make sense because with calling in your soulmate, that could be your person directly or indirectly trying to, you know, this feels more on purpose though. I don't know if your person is even, I don't know if your person is into manifestation, if they believe in stuff like that. If they do pray, that can be a form of manifestation. So your person could literally be praying that, the door between the two of you, if it is closed, that it doesn't stay closed, okay? They are definitely wanting to talk to you with, please talk to me, showing up at the bottom of the deck, okay? I don't even need to clarify beyond that with that one. I can tell that that's still there. That's lingering energy. Your person wants, they want to be a part of your life, all right? Let's look at scared shitless. What's that about? About what? Pile one's person. What are they scared of? Okay, you moving on. Or they could just be scared of moving on, period. What's going on with can we be friends? There's Aquarius energy. The Fool for me also is Aries energy. So Aries and Aquarius with the Fool in the reverse. Why is the Fool in the reverse here as it pertains to can we be friends? That almost feels like, yeah, they'll settle for that, but it's not really what they want. Yeah, because the Fool in the upright position can, yeah, look at that being clarified by the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is kind of a sweet energy, pile one, because this is them saying to you, like, they genuinely like you as a person, okay? Love you, whatever the case may be. Respect you and all that good stuff. And they're like, and they want you in their life. And they're saying in whatever capacity that they can have you in their life. They don't just want to be friends, okay? They would prefer to be more than that with you. The fact that we have the Fool in the reverse, that's a whole new, that's almost them saying like, yeah, that path is there. They want that path to be there, but it's not their preference. In fact, there's almost a little bit of fear in that. Again, there's that Nine of Swords energy coming through. And with the Knight of Wands being in the reverse, they're like, that's not a lot of energy going into that. Can we be friends? It's almost like they'll settle for that if that's all that they're able to have with you. You see what I'm saying? Tell me more about sticking to your boundaries. What's this about? Your person is, yeah, okay. Your person is kind of playing it a little bit close to the vest. Meaning, I don't know if they're acting cool, calm, and detached. The energy coming through, they're not. They're not calm, cool, and detached energetically. They're not. But for some reason, there's kind of this energy of like holding you in the connection at arm's length for some reason. And it could be because of the scared shitless and trust issues. Let's see. Tell me more about trust issues. It's so weird with Hermit in the reverse. Virgo energy coming through with that. This almost feels like they don't trust themselves. Why? What's this about? They don't have trust issues with you, okay? In fact, they do trust you very much. That I can tap into. They don't trust themselves. And that's coming from a space of like, they just haven't, there could be a lot going on with them, a lot of unhealed, yeah, with, the Star in the reverse, there could be a lot of healing that your person is needing to do, but they're, I don't know if they're just not doing it, or whatever the case may be, but they're not trusting themselves. Why? Something that happened in their past, okay? Now, if they're not trusting themselves, I mean, this could be for different reasons. Maybe they could just, especially if abandonment wounds are coming through, maybe they feel like they just tend to maybe pick the wrong person, or, maybe they just don't trust themselves in a relationship. Again, I'm not picking up that they don't trust you. They could have issues stemming from childhood that they need to work on. For me, the Six of Cups in the reverse also can talk about they have bad memories from the past and bad experiences from the past. But they're looking at their role in those experiences. Okay, so I don't know if they've messed up in connections before, or if they just kind of have this thing about maybe picking the wrong, it's more them, like how they act, how they are in connection, or how they are in relationships. It feels like they're afraid of messing it up, okay? With am I really your one and only? Your person might be questioning whether or not, you know, if you might be entertaining, you know, either other options or just opening yourself up to the possibility of entertaining, you know, other options, especially with that Seven of Cups in the reverse. Your person is saying they're not entertaining any options, because the Seven of Cups in the upright position can talk about options, right? Many options. And, you know, in this context, it's like, no, that's not what's going on here. Shit. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse coming out with the King of Wands in the upright position. They're afraid of giving you your all, or giving you their all, giving you everything that maybe you want, and that energy not being reciprocated. They might have some really bad experiences with feminine energies in the past, where, you know, they may have stepped up, or they may have, you know, they may have shown up as the King of Wands in the upright position, and, you know, they kept attracting feminine energies, where, at least where your person's concerned, the feminine energies, especially with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, may have cheated. Okay, especially with that, am I really your one and only? Yeah. So your person may have been in a connection in the past with somebody that they felt was some kind of a perfect match to them, because the king and the Queen of Wands that's a perfect match. That's a divine partner, right? And they were misaligned. Heavily misaligned. Tell me more about I meant what I said. And that's how they see you. Now, I'm not saying that they see you as the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is them seeing you as like a perfect match. And that might be why, you know, you and your connection with your person may have triggered something. It could be something where you remind them of, you know, certain connections or relationships or people from their past. You know, in the wand energy, that's fire, that's passion, that is, that's magnetism, feeling drawn to, you know, feeling drawn and magnetized towards each other. And then things like blowing up in your face, right? And so they could be kind of feeling that initial magnetism towards you, drawn towards you, very attracted towards you, but they're afraid that it's going to blow up in their face. And so the fact that I can feel your person kind of in preparation mode, trying to make themselves the kind of container that can hold a dynamic with you, this is like them wanting to maybe clear out some of those old fears. And so this is letting me know that your person is conscious on some level that they have some clearing to do. They have some healing that they need to do. They have some emotional baggage that they're needing to offload, right? But with that Hermit in the reverse, though, they're not actually doing it. They are conscious of the need to do it, but they're not actually doing it. And I don't know if it's just because they're in avoidance or if they just don't know how to do it, okay? Tell me more about I meant what I said. With please talk to me, they're directing my attention to the bottom of the deck with please talk to me. This is your person, like, you know, please pile one, you know, pile one, your person is questioning whether or not they do have the ability to give you what you want, okay? There's also something about timing coming through. And there's almost a pleading in their energy. Now, they're not asking you this directly outright. I mean, for some of you, they might have, but there is almost this energy of your person hoping. They're not very optimistic, but there is a little bit of hope there with that star in the reverse, but almost hoping that, you know, you'll wait for them. But they know that's not realistic. And your person is very much in a realistic, you know, logical mind space with all the earth energy that's coming through. there's the hope there, but there's almost like they don't have the expectation that you will wait around for them. Okay, tell me more about I meant what I said. Oh, so with please talk to me, it's one of those energies where your person is like, you know, just because I'm not able at this point in time to give you what you want, you know, please don't just walk away from me and abandon me. Especially if you do end up meeting somebody else and maybe like dating that person. Again, that's not what your person wants. Your person is looking at themselves in a very realistic manner, right? And again, they're saying that, you know, they don't necessarily want to be just friends with you, but that's what they'll take. Your person doesn't want you to just walk away from them and forget they've ever existed. They're like, even if you meet somebody else and you decide to do life with that person, get married with that person or whatever, they still see value in you as a person. They still want to have you around in their life, even if, you know, it's as a platonic friend. Okay, tell me more about I meant what I said. Tell me more about I meant what I said. Tell me more about the Two of Swords in the reverse. Oh, okay. Yeah, Devil came out, upright position. Yeah, they got some stuff they need to work on. Big time. A lot of fears, could be a lot of self-sabotage. This is some deep, deep stuff that your person's needing to clear out, though. Like identity level stuff. Your person is under the influence of some kind of a story or a narrative. It could be about, and it could be many things. It could be about the way they see themselves and the way they see relationships in general that they're needing to work through. I'm telling you, your person has a lot of trust issues. They may not trust themselves, and they also just may not trust love. They may not trust marriage. They may operate under this, you know, premise or this belief that all good things must come to an end. You know, all relationships end and stuff like that. And so there's a lot of self-sabotage happening in your person, but I mean, it's deep, deep self-sabotage. There's some stuff here that your person's needing to work through, but they are bound. They're trying to get free from it though with that Two of Swords, but that Devil energy it's a lot more stickier. They're trying to break free from it. They're having a difficult time. Let me look at and see why. Why is pile one's person having a difficult time breaking free from that Devil energy? It's an identity. There's something with your person. They have an identity that is working against them, working against their ability to create the kind of container that they need to be, that they know that they need to be, to have a specific kind of a relationship with you. All right, pile one. That was your guys' reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile one. I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Hi, pile one. Well, pile two, my bad. Pile two. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are back doing another Pick a Card Love reading, tapping into your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to you and your guys' connection. Just keep in mind, it's a general collective love reading, so, you know, whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If there is anything that comes through that isn't quite landing, just, you know, drop that bit of information or that message and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All of the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category, and many of them are just $25. So go check them out, see which ones most fit your needs. Let's see. So you guys were drawn to the blue lace agate point. It's double terminated. We'll see if that, you know, something about communication and softening communication, or just the need for soft communication. specifically what's coming through, like even if there's a lot of tension between the two of you, or maybe like if, I don't know, maybe your person just needs to be handled with kitty gloves right now. Okay, we'll see what's going on with your person's energy. I did have, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why. And I forgot that I even channeled this energy. So when I was doing pile two's, your guys's pre-pulled cards, as soon as I tapped into the energy of your person, anxiety, I felt anxiety in my gut. And so, yeah, it's like your person might be, I'm hearing wounded, okay? That might be why you guys were drawn to blue lace agate. There could be a need for your person to receive like softer kinds of communication, specifically encouragement, okay? There may be something going on in your person, in their world. There may be something going on with your guys' connection where an old cycle is closing out. I mean, you guys could legitimately be separated and broken up, okay? But we do, when I was doing your guys' pre-pulled, I noticed that at the back of the deck when I was getting the tarot cards was the World. And so we'll see what's going on, okay? Oh, we got true love, but it's showing up in the reverse. We're talking about their overall thoughts and feelings when it comes to you and their connection with you. We've got true love in the reverse. We'll see what's going on with that. The upright, it says this is the romance of a lifetime. I don't know if they're questioning that. Okay, no, they're not questioning that because we got King of Cups here. Their love for you runs very deep. They may not be allowing themselves to access it though, or to feel it. And it could be due to that anxiety. We also have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. We have King of Cups. And then look, the King of Cups says compassion. Yeah, your person's needing some understanding and compassion. I don't know if there's something going on in their life right now that maybe, or it could be something going on in your guys' connection too, that like throwing off your person, like they feel thrown off. They feel off balance, off center, okay? Their equal, like their mental and their energetic equilibrium is off or something like that. We also have Temperance, Sagittarius energy coming through, water energy coming through with the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They might be waiting for some kind of an answer. I don't know why true love is showing up in the reverse though. There's a lot of love here that they have for you, a lot. If you look at this card, the cup is full. It's full to the brim. A lot of love that they have for you. There could be something that they're feeling like they want to figure out, but they're not quite sure. The Seven of Swords in the upright position can talk about strategy. You know, it can also talk about avoidance in the upright position. So the fact that the Seven of Swords is showing up in the reverse, this is like your person isn't necessarily, they're not necessarily avoiding you. They're not necessarily avoiding love. It's all here, right, with the King of Cups. There's something, though, that is getting balanced out in their energy. And I do love the fact that Temperance is in the upright position because there is a balancing out happening in your person's energy. We're going to see to what scope and or what degree. There's confusion going on here with your person. I'm sure you probably feel that way too. Let's check it out. Pile two's person. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings. Look at this. I didn't even, these came out of my hand as soon as I just picked up the deck and these two came out. It said, I'm being 100% real with you and I only want you. So your person wants you to know, pile two, that you're the only one they want, okay? Pile two's person, what are their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile two, please, and their connection with you? You're the only one they want. They're in survival mode right now, though, for some reason. It says, I like you, but I love me more, looking out for number one. So they're in survival mode right now. That might be why true love is showing up in the reverse. You know, when you're in thriving mode, when you're not in survival mode, you're an open container. You're able to receive love. So there is love here. There is true love here, and your person is unable to receive it at this point in time, okay? Because they are in some kind of survival mode. Although you are the only one that they want, your person knows that you love them as well. They don't question the fact that you love them, that you're there for them, that you got their back, or you would have their back. It's like you're not the problem pile too. They, you know, they want, and then look, I want this more than you know. We'll see what this is, but that's showing up right underneath I only want you, okay? Yeah, I almost feel like the survival mode. We'll look at what that is. I feel like that's what's throwing everything off, and that might be why temperance energy is here. You know, your person being in survival mode, they're needing some kind of, it could be emotional regulation. You know, they could need to be offloading some kind of emotional baggage. Doesn't even have to be emotional. There's something going on. Your person is just, it's like they're in survival mode. That's what I'm, okay, let's get one more. Strictly sexual. Okay, and that's showing up underneath, like right underneath them being in survival mode. That might be all they have space for, okay, or time or resources for. They may not be in a space right now. Oh, and then at the bottom of the deck we got there's someone else. So this is definitely some kind of a third party dynamic going on here. It's funny though, because out on the board we have I only want you. So whatever kind of third party dynamic is here, whether it's romantic, whether it's family, whatever the case may be, your person is letting you know in this third party triangle, you are the one that they want. You're the one that they prefer. I don't know what's going on here as to why, you know, we have somebody else being thrown in the mix. Y'all might already know what what that's all about, but again, with I'm being 100% real with you, you're gonna know who this other person is and what that story more than likely is, okay? What you may not know though is that they actually do prefer you. Tell me about I'm being 100% real with you. Your person has a lot on their plate, a lot. And that might be where, again, survival mode, okay? Your person might be feeling overwhelmed. They have too much to do, too much to focus on. Their attention and their focus is scattered. And that's, you know, with them saying that I'm being 100% real with you, that's what they're trying to do. Like, you already know this. They've let you know this. And they're saying that's truthful. They're not just giving you an excuse. That really is what's going on. And they're working hard, or they're at least wanting to offload some of those responsibilities. Yeah, there's responsibilities that your person has that might be taking precedence and priority over their connection with you, that they're trying to, and they are working through it. Again, temperance in the upright position, we have the 10 of wands in the reverse position, so they are actively working on clearing up their plate, whether that's financially, responsibilities, whether that's mental, emotional, whatever the case may be. Tell me about I like you but I love me more. Oh, 5 of Cups in the reverse. This almost feels like no regrets. But again, they're in survival mode. If you guys are separated, they are missing you, but there's almost this energy of your person not really being able to feel the fullness of your absence because they have so much going on, because they are in survival mode. Tell me more about I know you love me. Actually, no. Tell me more about I want this more than you know. Tell me more about I want this more than you know. Whoa. Man. Okay, the 3 of Swords in the upright position. But it was doing a little bit of acrobatic work, okay? They want to heal. They want healing. They don't want to hurt you, okay? especially with this coming out underneath I only want you, they don't want to hurt you. They want to be able to honor, you know, your guys' connection, or at least to honor you. But they know that they're breaking your heart, or they know that there's hurt here. There's hurt being generated here, okay? Tell me more, for I want this more than you know. Oh, yeah. You know, the attraction is there. There's even the desire there to like, and the motivation and the courage and the attraction to, you know, inspired action, to take action towards you. There's not a lot of, your person could be closed off emotionally here. Not a lot of heart-based energy coming through, even though we do have the King of Cups. So the energy is there, but it's not being expressed. It's not being accessed. It's not being permitted, almost. The passion is there. Very much so. But it's, especially with strictly sexual showing up right after that, it's almost like that's the only kind of energy that your person has to give. It's not the only energy that's available, but for some reason that's the only energy that they have to give. Why is that? Why is that? Six of Swords. Tell me more. There's almost this energy of like, I'm supposed to move on, or we need to move on, or this could even just be, you know, moving away from turbulent waters towards something more peaceful, like a peaceful transition. Things could be very messy, or they could get very messy if they approached you in any other way than just strictly sexual. They may not have the ability to offer you anything other than something strictly sexual at this point in time. Yeah. Keeping options open. I mean, it is what it is, you know. Again, the love is there. Very much so with that King of Cups in the upright position. But where your person is at, whatever it is that they're dealing with, especially if this is like a third party dynamic, it's like they're almost feeling like their hands are tied. They don't want them to be tied, because again, it says I only want you. But there's almost this, at least coming from where your person is at, like their perception, it's like they have to concentrate on other things. So it's like they're closing off their heart space and their emotions when it comes to you in the connection, even though they're there, okay? They're there. They're not allowing themselves to feel those emotions, though. They're saying they have to override those for some reason, probably because of some third-party energy. It's interesting to note, though, again, that's showing up at the bottom of the deck. It's a weak energy. That could be because your person feels like they're just going through the motions. You know, if there is a third party energy, I mean, there's the third party energy here. It just depends, you know, your guys' circumstances are going to be different, whether or not that third party is romantic or not. All right, you guys, pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. It's also a great way to show your appreciation. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 2. I'll see you guys in your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. Hi guys, pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you are new with me, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in and channeling through your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to you and your connection. Just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general collective love reading. Whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it, run with it, claim it if it's something you're wanting to claim. If something isn't quite resonating, you guys know the deal. Just drop that bit of information or that message and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with, okay? So let's see, pile 3, you guys were drawn to, oh, I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. I'm already channeling through energies, you guys, give me a minute. Yeah, I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. So go check them out. I am going to say, there's, when it comes to you guys, the person, the person on your mind and their energy towards you, there's some hesitancy, maybe even some procrastination. I'm not sure where it's coming from. We're going to dive into the energy to see what's going on here, but the fact that I almost skipped right over the part where it's like, if you want to, book a personal private reading with me, it's almost like, yeah, skip past that part. Like, no, don't do that. It's almost, I don't know if there's something going on here, like divine redirection or something. I don't know. Let's find out what's going on. Pile threes. We got 2 cards that came out for you guys. We got religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, divine intervention. Finances and career, but it's showing up in the reverse. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So, I mean, you and or your person, they could definitely be having some, difficulty in finances at the moment. If they are, there's a heavy indication here that there's some kind of divine intervention going on here. If you guys are separated, it's almost like it's by design. It's needing to happen. We'll see what's going on, okay? Yeah, your person could be dealing with some really bad financial issues right now, but it's almost like those financial issues are happening as a way to create some kind of a buffer and or a distance between the two of you. Not sure why, okay? And that's insight information, though. Insight information for you guys. Your person may not even know that that's what's happening or that's what's going on. We also have the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Swords in the reverse, and the 3 of Cups in the reverse. There's definitely a sense of loss here, a feeling of disappointment that your person is in when it comes to you and their connection with you, things not having worked out the way that maybe they had hoped and or planned. They could just be with this conflict, the 5 of Swords being in the reverse. This could be your person looking for some kind of peace or some kind of a reprieve from whatever conflict may be going on between the two of you. With the 3 of Cups being in the reverse, it's this friendship. It's like you may not be getting along, or you may not just get along overall. There could be something about you guys could just be incompatible. There could be something about your life paths also that just aren't, like, you guys are needing to go down 2 different paths. And the fact that that's coming out in your person, they might be also like clocking that as well. And even if they do notice that the two of you are supposed to be going down 2 different paths, there's still disappointment here that your person is feeling, a sense of loss. They feel a sense of loss when it comes to you and their connection with you. Okay, definitely. We're going to get right into it. Pile 3's person, what are their honest, true thoughts and feelings when it comes to... I'm being guided. Let's see what's going on over here. We got Scorpio showing up here. We also have Aquarius, and then we have Cancer. Now, specific placements. This is going to resonate with a few of you, okay? But we have Mars in Scorpio. We have a Venus in Aquarius, so an Aquarius Venus, and then we have Mercury in Cancer, okay? Let's see. Those specific placements, though. If that didn't resonate, don't worry about it, okay? That's for somebody. I didn't do that for the other 2 piles, but I was guided to do that here. Pile 3's person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile 3, please. Thank you. Oh, man. Your person swings back and forth between anxious and avoidant, okay? So they could be insecure. What's that called? Fearful. They could be fearful, avoidant. They could be clingy towards you one minute and then, detached the next. Okay, that's fearful avoidant or disorganized avoidant attachment. If you don't know what attachment styles are, definitely go look it up, okay? Let's see. They're more on the clingy side right now though, you guys. But I almost feel like the two of you are being kept apart for a reason. Pile 3. Oh. Their heart belongs to you, pile 3. That's what it says there. It says, my heart belongs to you. It almost feels like, but they know that you have to go down 2 different paths though, for some reason. Moving slow but making progress. We'll find out what that's all about. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes. Your heart is safe with me. Ah, okay. That is interesting. We have your heart is safe with me. We also have wandering eye and attention whore. Okay, so your person craves validation and attention from third parties. And so what was coming up for me before that wandering eye even came out on the board is, this is like you guys being separated and moving, and like I'm seeing a split. Like you guys were walking the same path together, and then I'm seeing you split and go 2 separate ways, and that's by design. It's supposed to be that way because this is a problem. You guys, your person they have attachment issues, possibly even abandonment wounds, okay? And so they do crave validation and attention from third parties. And what I was getting before this card even came out with your heart is safe with me, your person is saying this is the only way. You guys being separated, that's the only way that your heart can be safe with them. As if, it's almost like, especially if your person was the one to leave, or if they're just letting you go and allowing you to walk away, whatever the case may be, your person is saying like, that's the only way that I can keep you safe is by letting you go. Because there could be, the two of you being together, yeah, with that conflict in the reverse, it's like, this is the only way that we can have peace is by separating and going in 2 different directions. Let's get one more. Pile 3's person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings, please, towards pile 3. I question your love for me. Yeah. There's some inner battles that your person is definitely, they're battling, okay? Bottom of the deck says sticking up for you and hyping you up to others. And so, I don't know if that was an issue that you guys had. I don't know if your person may have talked a lot of, ish about you. At the very least, maybe they just didn't, I don't know, maybe they minimized your guys' connection or who you were to them or something like that. But for some reason, your person wants you to know, pile 3, that whenever your name is brought up in conversations, they speak of you highly, okay? They don't throw you under the bus. They don't throw mud and dirt on your name or anything like that. They're very careful to make sure that they're speaking of you in, a good light, okay? The only reason why that would come out is because that would have been a point of contention between you two at some point in time. Let's see. What are we gonna... Tell me about moving slow but making progress towards what? Oh, man. Yeah, your person's trying to grow up, okay? Because we have the King of Swords coming up in the upright position. This is air energy, by the way. And then we also have the Knight of Swords coming out in the reverse. That might be why the two of you are having to separate, because your person is almost having like a come to Jesus moment with themselves. All right. Air energy is Aquarius. Why am I hearing Leo and Sag? Air energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm also hearing Leo and Sagittarius. Okay. And so your person is needing to evolve as a person. They're needing to evolve as a spirit, as an energy. And they are making progress, but it is happening very slowly. The fact that they are currently in this Knight of Swords in the reverse, that can be some very reckless, mindless, dangerous even, reckless energy. I don't know if I said reckless. If I if I said it and then I just said it again, it's like they are really super reckless. Okay, that's why the two of you are needing to go in two different directions, because, you know, yes, your person is evolving, but they're evolving more or less through trial and error. Okay, but if they were evolving through trial and error with you, especially if they have this tendency to crave attention and validation from third parties, you're gonna get hurt if, you know, pile 3, you are somebody that wants monogamy, right? If you are, you know, of course, none of these energies would be coming out if you are somebody who, you know, is polyamorous. But again, it's a general reading, so just take whatever resonates. There's just something in your person's energy that's very reckless, putting themselves first, you know, needing and wanting and craving validation and attention from third parties in a way where, you know, maybe they did throw you under the bus for some, you know, and I can see that might be what it was talking about. You know, if your person was talking to other people, then, you know, their way maybe of getting in the good graces of whomever's eye they were trying to catch is to minimize who you are or were to them, right? But they're wanting you to know the fact that sticking up for you and hyping you up to others is showing up under, you know, at the back of the deck. This could also indicate that your person is wanting to be able to get to that point where no matter who they're talking to, even, you know, no matter what, like they're not disrespecting you. They're not throwing shade on you. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not minimizing who you are to them. A lot of this can just be where your person is wanting to go, okay? But right now, there's a lot of conflict in your person's energy, a lot of conflict, a lot of chaos, a lot of drama, and the two of you are being separated because of that. Your person is needing, very much so, they're in the middle of having a come to Jesus moment. That's just what keeps coming up, okay? If you know what that means. You know, if you don't know what a come to Jesus moment is, just, you know, Google it, chat GPT it, or whatever. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. What's going on here? I question your love for me. What's that about? They might question whether or not you think that they're the ones for you. Yeah, tell me more about this. They might question about whether or not that they've lost your love. No, Page of Swords, okay. They're very curious about that. They want to know if you still feel the same way. They may actually watch you. They could be spying on you online to see whether, they're just trying to catch glimpses to see whether or not you might still be thinking about them, whether or not, you know, you might be posting about them, or maybe, you know, seeing if you could be posting like subliminally to them or something. I hope that makes sense. Is there anything to add here for anxious attachment, avoidant attachment? Yeah. Ooh, I can't show that on camera. Give me a minute, you guys. Okay, we got the Devil in the reverse showing up with Justice in the reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of imbalanced energy in your person just overall. Okay, there's a lot of karmic justice that's needing to happen in this. It's not done yet though. Now, I'm not seeing where your guys' path comes together, but again, we're just tapping into energies as it is right now. All I'm seeing is that your guys' path is split, and it's the way that it's supposed to be. What's this energy together? Justice, that's Libra energy with Capricorn energy coming out there. Chariot in the reverse. Yeah. Until things within your person, until this devil energy is, and the karmic energy is like done doing its thing, there's not going to be any progress made in your guys' connection. Okay? Your person can't really make progress overall in your guys' connection until their own energy is balanced out to where it can match your guys' energy. There's a very, I'm hearing harsh. Your person could be dealing with some very harsh consequences. And then we got the star in the reverse showing up at the back of the deck. There's Aquarius energy. What's going on with your person? Oh my gosh. There could be very much a karmic reckoning. That's what having a come to Jesus moment means. It's a karmic reckoning. Your person could have done a lot of things against you and against their connection with you. What I'm hearing for many of you is they mishandled an angel. There's a lot of Christian references coming through in the energy. I don't know if that's pertinent to you guys. That might just be, energy's way of speaking to me to let me know how to communicate things to you. But there's definitely a karmic reckoning happening in your guys' energy. And what I'm being told, this isn't necessarily coming from your person, okay? What I'm being told is it's because they mishandled an angel. You, in other words, right? You're like a gift. You were a gift to your person and they mishandled it. And so now you guys are being separated. And your person is kind of dealing with like the karmic reckoning or the backlash of that. Not really a backlash. I mean, karma is what it is, right? They didn't treat you in this connection the way that you should have been treated, and they are actually paying for it. All right, you guys. Pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I'll see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys.